Yeah. Um. Good evening, everybody. Um. I want to believe that we had a nice day. We had a good day so far. Um. Please help me confirm if you can hear me very well, and if you can hear me very well, and you can see me very well. Please do let me know if I have like frame drops whereby my video gets laggy. Yes. So far so good. I've been okay. I had a stream yesterday, but it was not the usual time I used to have the stream. I had the stream. Yeah. So I had the stream around maybe 5 or 6 in the evening yesterday. That was day 15. I was able to like complete the lab I was working on 2 days ago. And was it 2 days ago? 2 days ago was Sunday. I think I had that stream. My previous stream was on Saturday. I don't think I can't remember if I streamed on Sunday though. Yeah. Um yeah. So so today's the 16th day, and I'm making progress. I'm moving slowly, and I'm moving at a pace that I think I enjoy actually. I actually think I do enjoy my pace actually. And it has given me room to like understand certain things from the ground up. And even though I had known some of these things before, it was so nice, refreshing my memories of all of these things. And yeah, so low key, yeah, I've like been enjoying the stream. But I tell you, I kid you not, the stream can actually come off as being what's the word now, as being stressful, having to sit down and couple of hours, because literally, if I was not streaming, I'd have like had my chance to like stand up and move my body a little bit. But on stream, I would not be able to like leave you guys to just stare at nothing. You get. So it's always like a lot having to like sit down for like couple of hours, and I'm not actually sitting on a comfortable chair. Right, my chair is actually not comfortable. So it actually damages my body one kind, because at the end of the stream I used to like go to bed, with pains in my body, in some part of my body actually. So but then it's part of the sacrifices we like make to yeah. So I want to say a very big shout out, I be a very big thank you to everybody that has been with me since the past few streams actually. I think I've been able to. I really need to stop saying I think. And so I think hey God, I've been able to average, not average. I'm able to like increase subscribers. I started the stream with like 120 something, 121 subscribers if I'm correct, and I'm sitting with 189 subs. I'm sitting with 189 subscribers, and it's like a very big deal for me. To be very, it's like a very big deal. It's a very very big deal for me. So I want to say a very big thank you to the new subscribers, and yeah, the old subscribers. It's not like I'm leaving you guys out. I'm definitely not leaving you guys out. You guys are the real MVP. Yeah. So very big thank you. And don't forget to, if you are new on today's stream, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, so that next time I can say, oh guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, right? To share. I'm trying to like post today's link on Twitter. Is it appropriate if I say Twitter or I say Hex? Which one? Um okay. 1 second, please. So today is day 19, and I'm learning AWS networking essentials with in AWS. Okay. Okay. Live right now. So I'm gonna put hashtags. Yes. Yep. So I almost tweeted day 19th. This is just 16. This is my 16th day. Okay. So let me. I want to start. I want to start my stream today with a video from a guy that I adore so much. I see him. I have not like had one-on-one conversations with this particular guy, but I see him as a mentor because literally we're like in the same field, yeah. So and he's like super good. So I'm just gonna pull up the video from him. Oh, okay. Let me use this one. Um, okay. It's a 4 minutes video. A 4 minutes video.
You guys may have.
Okay. So let me push it here. So you'd see my screen in like in a second. Full screen BRB, yeah.
You guys may have seen my video that I came out a few days ago, and I said if I fail, it will be in the public. And I talked about how I'm trying to build this pen testing company and Hack Smarter and
Please let me
courses and
confirm if
YouTube
you can
all in the
hear
public. You can see the
the
successes, you
audio,
can see the
please.
failures. And I think the top comment I got in that video was Tyler. Failure is not an option. You should not say if I fail because you're not going to fail. And in this video, let's talk about that. I actually think failure is always an option. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Here's what I mean. When people start a business, whether it's a pen testing business or a YouTube channel, I mean, whatever you want to do, when you start it, I think the tendency is to pursue success at any cost. And that's when you end up with parents who are distant from their children because they spent all their time trying to build their business. They didn't spend any time with their children, or you end up with marriages that have completely fallen apart. They end in divorce, brokenness, shattered relationships, that the business owner may be successful in their business, but what did their success cost them? Well, their success cost them time with their children. Their success cost them time in a relationship with their partner. Their success maybe cost them their health as they self-medicated with various forms of addiction. You see, I'm a follower of Jesus, and I've talked about this a few times. I don't want to use my YouTube channel, guys, to try to push my faith on you. I know many of you aren't Christians, and that's totally fine. I don't talk about my faith a whole lot here, but it's a huge part of my life. And even if you're not a follower of Jesus, there's a lot of wisdom in what Jesus said. Like, even if you don't believe in Jesus, I think most historians would agree he was an amazing teacher. And one of the things he said was this: what does it profit a person if you gain the whole world, but you lose your soul? You think about, what does it profit you if you're uber successful in business, you make Elon Musk type of money, but your soul is bankrupt? So when I say if I fail, it's going to be in the public, guys, I don't think my biggest danger is failing financially. I truly think that I'll be able to pay my bills. I'll be able to make some decent money between pen testing and courses and public speaking and all the things I have planned. Like, I'll make money. The bigger danger for me is going to be burnout and becoming spiritually bankrupt. Like from a faith based perspective, anytime a good thing becomes a God thing, it becomes idolatry. Now, when you and I think of idolatry, we think about some ancient people like sacrificing chickens to the chicken god. But the reality is, many of us are guilty of idolatry. We idolize our jobs. We find our success in what we do. We find our success, our identity, in how much money we make. That's the biggest danger that I'm facing. So when I say if I fail, it's going to be to the public, I don't think I'll fail. But the only way I won't fail is if I'm very much aware of the power of money. And the love of money leads to greed, it leads to brokenness, it leads to hypocrisy, it leads to sacrificing your family on this altar to success. So here would be my encouragement to you. Number one, I don't think I'm going to fail, but failure is always an option. It is better to fail in the eyes of the world, but stay true to yourself and be present to your family and be present to your spouse than it is to succeed in the eyes of the world. So if you're trying to build a career in cyber, don't sacrifice your health on this pursuit of success. If you're trying to build a business, don't sacrifice the relationships and the things that matter the most. Are you serious? There we go. I don't know what my camera just did there. I'm trying this new thing out and it just fell. But that's my encouragement to you. Don't sacrifice what matters the most to whatever the world says is success. Define success in your own way. Success for me is building this company, building my channel, building content, building courses in a way that is sustainable, in a way that is healthy, maybe not quick growth, but sustainable and healthy, and still allows me to be present to my family and still allows me to prioritize my faith. So I'm going to give it a shot. You're welcome to be part of this journey with me. Thank you so much for watching, but just wanted to answer that question. Would love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comment section. We will continue the conversation down there. Peace.
Man, oh my, that was a very I don't know the word to use here, but it was some when I saw the title of the video, I was like, no, I have to like play this on the stream because I'm even just like listening to it for the first time. I had not listened to it at all. But yeah, I from my own point of view, I honestly also think that failure is always an option. Like it just defines our essence because to what essence is it if you actually do not fail and everything like I feel that there's like this sense of I really don't know the word that is attached to when you fail, yeah, and there's always this essence attached to it. It's fine if it's very nice if we can do every of our things once, and but then it's very okay to fail, and failing in public is not a very bad thing. I tell you, it is not actually bad. Please give me a moment. I need to sort out my laptop's charger. I think my laptop is low. I don't know why it is not charging, so I'll be back. Oh, okay. So I think I am back, but I have like a couple of frame drops. I don't know when this. Oh, I think I connected to the wrong network. Yeah. Please, can you help me confirm if I am back? Please let me confirm if I am back. If you can see me very well, if you can hear me very well as well, before I move on. I'm not like laggy. I'm just like move. I'm not laggy, right? Okay, I'm not lagging. Yep. So I think I want to like give my own take of what Tyler said. Um, so I think I have like I have like a note from it, right? To so I wrote here and I said that failure is actually an option. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to end the stream because I'm like dropping frames a lot. I'm dropping frames a lot, but I don't want to end the stream. So I think I'm just gonna move. So I just say what I want to say real quick, and I'll start my class tonight. So I believe that failure is actually an option because it is a proof that you've tried, right? So failure means that you are stepping into the arena, you tested yourself, and you gained experience that people who never did, right, will never have. So if you've not tried out something, you would never have that experience. So every mistake is data, every setback is a direction, and every fall a lesson that refines you. So I am not. So and it's also like it is also those that allow fear to like paralyze them into silence and stagnation. Those are those that shame actually belongs to. So I am not part of those in that clique. So and I know that failure is a sharpening stone, right? And you're not ashamed that um you're not ashamed that you're not ashamed because the only true failure is you refusing to grow. And I'm definitely not going to like refuse to grow. So I am so heavy on that failure is an option, and I am not going to be I'm not actually ashamed of failing in public. That's my little piece, right? So I think I'm going to like clip this place and make it a short, right? So straight to what I have tonight. This frame drop is actually pissing me off. I tell you, it is pissing me off a lot. So this night I'm going to be learning networking in AWS. I'm trying to like balance the I want to balance the three major cloud platforms. And by the way, I think in the markets, AWS and Azure they are holding like they're holding like half of the market right now. I think they've always like been holding like both of them combined as like be holding the market combined. God knows why. Though they are like major, including GCP, Google. They are like the major what's it called? They're like they are the major industry standard when it comes to cloud security, um, um, cloud service providing or provision rather. Okay, so I'm just gonna be picking networking in AWS today, and maybe tomorrow if I finish the stream, I want to stream for maybe an hour. Somebody was even telling me that whenever I'm like streaming, I should not do 1 hour, and I should finish whatever it is I'm doing on the stream. But I feel to like be too long, and I need to like take a couple of breaks, and I cannot be taking breaks while people are like watching as well. So you get. So I'm gonna do like 1 hour today. If I don't finish, I'll come back again tomorrow. I'll continue from where I stopped, and I would see. I have moved like today's my 16th day, and what's the word now? This is like my 16th day, and I have been able to like have a better understanding of IAM works, of how IAM works across all of those across the three platforms, right? AWS, Azure, and GCP, right? So let's do networking today. I have like knowledge about networking, but of course we are learning on the stream. So why not? Let's just move on. So I'm going to share my screen in like a couple of seconds. Not this account. Um, yep. Okay. So yeah. So I'm doing networking essentials. This is me. Um, my my cam is not meant to be like this, but anyhow. Oh, I need to move this away a little bit. My video capture. Let me move it up here so that we can see whatever it is that I'm working on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I would be starting with AWS today. Why does this thing keep popping out? I'll be starting with AWS today. So I'm gonna be working through networking essentials, and I would. Oh, I don't know if my AWS console is signed in. Please let me confirm if I'm still lagging. I feel like I'm lagging, to be very honest. I actually feel like I'm lagging. Mm, okay. Let me just sign in. For you people come for me. One second. I'm trying to authenticate my account. So um, okay. So I think I'm in. Yes, I am in. So I am going to be working on networking essentials. I'm going to be studying networking essentials this evening. Let me bring up my notepad. a new folder and I'll just name it networking. So then a new AWS essentials. Yeah. So here I go. So it says having a good understanding of core networking concepts, like IP addressing, TCP communications, IP routing, security, and virtualization will help you begin gaining familiarity with cloud networking on AWS. Okay, we answer common questions that cloud networking and explore best practices for building infrastructure on AWS. What do you think? Do you think I should play music on underneath, or I should just keep going like this? While I wait for a response, I'm just going to continue. So, what is cloud networking? So, it's similar to networking. Cloud networking provides the ability to build, manage, operate, and securely connect your accounts across all cloud environments and distributes cloud and edge locations. Cloud networking allows you to architect infrastructure that is resilient and highly available, helping you to deploy application faster at scale and closer to your end users when you need it.
AWS has stayed consistent by building resilient, global infrastructure designed to meet your evolving needs. AWS's infrastructure and network is architected to meet the highest levels of security, compliance, and data protection. From day one, AWS knew the importance of supporting high transaction, low latency applications that can replicate data between geographically dispersed data centers. That's why each AWS region is built with multiple availability zones that are separated from one another by a meaningful distance, and each have their own redundant power, networking, and connectivity. AWS's expanding global infrastructure portfolio is here to meet your needs. Choose the infrastructure type you need to build highly available applications and get performance that exceeds expectations. Pick any region around the globe for your most demanding workloads. You can use CloudFront to quickly deliver your content, AWS local zones for low latency applications, AWS Wavelength to deliver powerful 5G applications on demand, and bring the cloud to your data center with AWS Outposts. The AWS Cloud is built for your needs today, tomorrow.
Okay. Really thinking I was reading the wrong article. So Give me a second, please. I live in a country where what's it called? I live in a country where power supply has like no respect for anybody. So I'm just gonna my move my screen. I'll move my screen from my monitor to I'll move from my monitor to my laptop screen. Right. So okay, so it seems I'm back. Right. So I'm just gonna continue. If the light goes off again, I'll just move the stream to my laptop and I'll just continue. I can't. Right. So okay. So what's cloud networking? Allows you to architect infrastructure that is resilient and highly available. Okay. Provides so I'm just gonna clip this. Then cloud networking allows you to architect infrastructure that is resiliently high and highly available closer to end users when you need it. So clip this, paste it here. Clip it. why is where I deploy important? So when you open a website or an application, data uses when you open a website or use an application, data and request needs to travel from your computer phone to a server that is hosting the website application and back again to you, right? So this is usually done over a combination of different mediums such as over Wi-Fi to your router at home, there to your ISP by way of fiber cable, ADSL, 5G, etc. Once it reaches ISP, once it reaches the ISP, they in turn connect to a larger network. At some point, it is likely that your data travels one of through one of many undersea fiber cables. The speed of light determines what the quickest speed through this cable can be, limiting the fastest possible response. The light inside the cable also reflects off sides as it travels. So the total distance traveled is longer than the cable itself. So as an example, one of the cables between Japan and US West Coast is 21,000 kilometers total in length, which means light traveling at this meter per second will take 70 meter per second approximately to cross the total length of the cable, slowing down the website or application as multiple calls goes back and forth. So AWS cloud infrastructure is built around AWS regions and availability zone. A region is a physical location in the world where we have multiple high availability zones. So an availability zone consists of multiple of one or more discrete data centers, which with redundant power, networking and connectivity housed in separate facilities. These availability zones offer you the ability to operate production applications, databases that are more highly available, fault tolerant, and scalable than would be possible from a single data center. Okay. Offers the ability to operate applications and database more highly available, fault tolerant, and scalable than any data center can. So, what is Amazon VPC? So, it says with Amazon VPC, you can provision a logically isolated section of AWS cloud where you can lodge AWS resource in a virtual network that you define. So, I think I have. Thinking I have an instance. Um, let me search for network. So let me do. So with Amazon VPC, you can provision a logically isolated section of the AWS cloud where you can launch AWS resources in a virtual network that you define. It says you have complete control over your virtual networking environment, including section of your own IP ranges, creation of subnets, and configuration of route tables and network gateways. That's what I'm trying to like get this thing to load. Because I have like worked with like I think when I was like learning cloud computing, like the fundamentals to understand better how the cloud works. I know that when you're trying to like set up an EC2 instance, there are ways you can like set up your networking, like the way your network works in your instance, right? So I can relate with when you have like complete control over your virtual network environment, right? So I have like total control over um the virtual network. So you can create subnets, you can assign the ranges of your IP addresses, you can work around configurations of your route table, your network gateways. It's literally more than that. So I'm trying to like look at this guy. Wait, what? So every time I never knew. So every time I work with Cloud Goats or whenever um I run like labs via Cloud Goats, I never knew it used to what the flip. Never knew it used to like create those instances in my AWS account. Because I was wondering why I was actually wondering why I've been getting like notifications of like um the alarms. I've been getting notifications of exceeding the limits for the month. I'm just like super careful with that thing. So I don't know if you maybe probably if you saw my screen like a couple of minutes ago, you'd have seen like AWS billings. I was seeing $21. I was like, bro, what did I do? Like, what the heck is this? Jesus. What did I do to deserve this? Let me just terminate the instance. Or let me see if I can use one of the let me see if I can use one of to look at whatever it is that I'm trying to like work on. So let me come to networking. Yes. So apparently, if I yes, I think you'll be able to like see my screen better. So from what it was saying now, that when you create like when I create a VPC, once like there's a VPC in view, yeah, I am able to create my own IP address range, creation of subnets, and configuration of route tables and network gateways. So let's just go through it and see. So this is the networking part of this instance that was created, and you can see that I have um the IP address, the IPv4, the public IPv4, the private IPv4. IPv6 was not enabled, so there's a DNS name for private. There's no DNS name for public, and there's this. Okay, let me open a new tab. I think I'm looking for where I can't remember where the edit button is. So I think I'm just going to let me terminate all of these instances first. So I'll create a new instance. So let me keep reading. So including sections of your own IP address range, the creation of subnets, the configuration of IP of route tables and network gateways. You can also create your own add virtual network, add virtual private network, your VPN connection between your corporate data center and your VPC, allowing you to connect servers between the two as if they were on the network. I know that they can use AWS, like they can use AWS cloud environment in physical data centers. I don't know the way they like integrate the two, because I've actually not been to a data center before, but I have like a couple of friends that works in data centers actually. So I think I'm going to like maybe ask them how it works, how they use like connect third party apps, like third party cloud providers or service and cloud providers to data centers. So let me move the picture to the side. Um, let me see if this guy. I am not sure if they would allow me to like create new instances with the billions I have on ground. Because this is like the first time I'm even going to be having billions. Once I reach like 85%, once my billion reaches like 85%, I'm like off. I'm just like turning every of the instances I have off to the following month. But this is my first time having this actually. So one, two, three, four, five, six. Let me refresh this page. I don't know why my network is like super bad this night. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So let me create a new instance. Let me create a new instance. How is this guy still running now? let me launch a new instance. I want to like, I'm trying to understand how all of these things work. So I'm just going to have that instance there, like the whole process there. So as I'm reading, I would go to I would go to the instance creation, and I would see how it is done, like what it is used for, what will happen if I enable this one, enable that one, disable this one and that one. So I will just so where was I? So it says you can easily customize the network configuration of your VPC based on your requirements. So a VPC spans a whole region, and subnets are used to specify IP address ranges um inside the availability zones. Inside the regions to allocate the virtual machines and other services. For example, you can create a public subnet for your web server that has access to the internet, and place your backend systems, which has your database and application servers, into a private subnet with no internet access. You can also use multiple layers of security, including security groups and network access control lists, to help you control access to EC2 instances. So let me check this page again. I honestly don't know why this guy is slow. Still waiting. For these guys. Ah, God. God, I beg. Uh, so let me just name this. Let me name this test. Right. So this is. I'm not like concerned with all of these parts right now. My concern is this place, the network settings. Okay. So this is the VPC. VPC is required. So So you have a default VPC where you want to launch your instance into. I think we can actually create like multiple VPCs. Yeah. So I think when you are trying to create instances, there are VPCs. VPCs are actually connected with them. So this looks familiar. Cloud goes. Yeah. So then we have VPCs. Let me just continue. VPCs, I can see all regions. These are the regions that are available. We can also like see here. But most of the time, I think most of the time I'm always like using US East one. I used to use US East one. I don't know where that's gonna come from. But those are like the VPCs. So you can easily so a VPC spans across a whole region, and subnet are used to specify address ranges inside availability zones, inside regions to allocate to virtual machines and other services. So, for example, if you create a public subnet, okay, okay, so it says you can use multiple layers of security, including security groups and network access control lists to help control access to EC2 instances. Okay, so these are the features of VPC. It says it's a virtual private network, a virtual network that closely resembles a traditional network that would allow you would operate in your own data center, right? So after you create a VPC, I actually know VPCs can be created. So after you create your VPCs, then you can add subnets, right? So you can create a new subnet. Okay, subnets are the US East one. Okay, so you can create a new subnet. Let's let's go through that. So so and I'll select the default. So yeah, cider blocks are attached to it. I honestly cannot even remember what a cider block is. So a cider block is a range of IP addresses grouped together by a common prefix and prefix length, indicating a shared portion of the IP address that is identifies the network. So okay. Okay. So let me clip this so I do not forget next. It says setup blocks simplifies IP address allocation routing by by allowing multiple IP addresses to be treated as a single block for management and routing tables. So let me yeah. Shorter prefix denotes larger blocks with more IP addresses, while longer ones. I think right. So key components is the network prefix, the initial part of an IP address that identifies the network. Prefix length or suffix. A number after the forward slash indicates the number of bits in the IP address here that represents the network prefix. Prefix and suffix. Okay. And a slash 24 means there are 24 bits in the network, leaving 8 bits for the host addresses. So our cider blocks used. So it's used for supernetting. The fundamental trait of cider, CIDR, cider, it's pronounced, we call it cider though, is the ability to combine multiple smaller blocks that share common network prefix into a single larger routing. Address allocation. Cider blocks are distributed from organizations like IANA to regional internet registries, which then allocate smaller blocks to ISPs who assign them to end users. Such a long chain. So in virtual networks and in cloud environment, CIDR block defines the IP address range for virtual networks and the subnets. Okay. I think I was yeah. So I would pick the default VPC. Yeah, pick the default VPC. I am honestly not sure if I'll be able to like finish this thing too. So there's the IPv4 CIDR attached to it. I think I need to move this thing back to my screen. I have power outage at the moment. So one moment, please. Oh, okay. So I should be back now. Yeah. Okay. So I can easily name the subnets. I can pick availability zone to whatever it is that I want to pick. Um, then there's the CIDR, there's the PVC, there's the sorry, the VPC IPv4 CIDR block. So I can choose whatever it is I want to pick. But I think only 16 like available because of the kind of instance I'm trying to create. So I think there's a way I would definitely there's a way I can check whether I can like pick 16 or maybe 32 or maybe 24 or something, right? So I can pick IPv4 subnets. Then so I think that's that on subnet. I would definitely create one when I definitely create one when there's a need to like run an instance or create an instance. So okay. So I can easily so once I'm done allocating whatever it is I want to like do here, I can just create a new subnet. Then I'll continue with the instance that I was trying to run. So once I create the subnet, I'll come and pick the subnet from here. Then I'll pick the availability zone, wherever it is that I want to pick. Then auto assign IP address. I used to think, no, I used to think, I know that there's a way we can bring out what's it called, the kind of setting we want to do. I think there's a way they used to like we used to select maybe simple mode from advanced mode or something. It's been a while since I like created an instance, or say I was here in and I want to like create a new instance. I cannot remember exactly where it is. So I can say, okay, so firewall, I can create a new security group. This thing is meant to be more than this. Can I close this? Yeah. So of course we have to create a key pair. Oh, so all of the cloud go scenarios I am running runs in my AWS account. I never knew. Okay, so security group name. So I can select an exiting security, and let me wait for it to load. So there's launch one, there's launch two, there's the defaults. I created one, two, three. So we can create a new security group. So I was on assign IP address, auto assign IP address. So for each of the machines that will be connecting, we can easily assign or whitelist IP addresses for them. Yeah. Then let me see. Okay, create a new. Yeah. Okay. 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 I think I've seen what I'm looking for. So I can, for firewall now. A security group is a set of firewall rules that controls the traffic for your instance. Add rules to specific traffic to reach your instance. So with this, I can like whitelist whatever IP addresses that I want to bring in, right? So let me add this. Um, Launch wizard. Okay, no, I'm on the inbound. Yeah. Okay, so when I want to create a security group, let's assume that I've created a security group. I'm just going to come to the existing security group here, and I'll pick one of the ones that I have created, right? So I'm just going to try and create a new security group, and let me just name it tests, right? Then give it a description. Let me just say 100 days sec. So I can, so based on this, yeah, we can allow, so there's the inbound security rules. I'm hoping I'm gonna like read around it here. VPC connection. Yeah, I think it is here. I feel like I'm rushing it. Maybe because I have like an idea of what it is. Trying to keep my eye on the comments. Yeah. Is it instance, launch an instance. So there's security group type, there's the SSH, there is SMTPS, there is let's look for the ones. Yeah, there's POP3, there's HTTP, there's HTTPS. So by this, I with the SSH, I can easily like log into the instance. That SSH is gonna be available via shell. Um, um, where is it again? And please, if you know that I'm like maybe missing something out in whatever it is that I'm doing here, please just call me out in the chat. I can see you guys in the chat, so let me know, please. Okay, so the source type from my IP address, or I can assign an IP address to, right? I can add, so it says I can add cider or prefix lists or security groups, right? I think I've spent more than an hour. This okay, so VPC features, which says that a VPC is a virtual key. Yeah, subnets. A subnet is a range of IP addresses in your VPC. A subnet must reside in a single availability zone. After you had your subnet, you can deploy your AWS resource in your VPC. So I'm gonna clip that. Then assign one. Okay, so IP addressing. One can assign IPv4 addresses and IPv6 addresses to your VPCs and subnets. You can also bring your public IPv4 and IPv6 GUAs, that's global unicast addresses, to AWS and allocate them to your resources, so resources in your VPC, such as an EC2 instance, NAS gateways, and load balancers for network. So routing, use route table. Use route table to determine where network traffic from your subnet is directed. So gateways and endpoints. A gateway connects your VPC to another account, so another network rather. For example, use a VPC endpoint to connect to AWS services privately. Okay, without the use of an internet gateway or a NAT device. So pairing connection, use a VPC pairing connection to route traffics between resources in two VPCs. Then there is traffic monitoring, which means which allows to copy network traffic from a network interface and set security and monitoring appliances for deep packet inspection. There was one about like doing a couple of weeks ago that I was given I was given cloud logs, and I was going to analyze it. I was going to like analyze it with Splunk. Yeah, it was with Splunk. Yeah. So transit gateways. Use a transit gateway which acts as a central hub to route traffic between your VPCs, VPN connections, and AWS direct connect connections. So VPC flow logs. The flow log captures information about the IP traffic going to and fro the network interfaces in your VPC. And there's a VPN connection. Connect your VPCs to your on-prem network using AWS virtual private network. So let me see if I clip all of this. clip all of this. If I copy, would it form as a table? Yeah. So I have this as a table. I'll have to like end the stream very soon because I do not have enough charge on my laptop anymore. So I'll just like go through this and I'll just maybe call the stream off for this night. I'm like getting so into this one already, but then I have to like turn off my laptop. So how do resources in my Amazon VPC communicate? So VPC gives you full control over virtual networking. Includes resource placement, connectivity, um, and security. Get started by setting up your VPC in AWS Management Console. Next, add resources to it, such as yeah, I think I can create um my own I can create VPC separately. Then I'm gonna attach an EC2 instance to it. Okay. So I can add subnets to it, add route tables to it, and network connections. So then add resources to it, such as an EC2 RDS instance. Finally, define how your VPC communicates with with other accounts, with other across accounts, or with each other across accounts, availability zones, and regions. In VPC, you can use both IPv4 and IPv6 addressing. With IPv4, you can select and assign a VPC CIDR block from a maximum of 16 to a minimum size of 28. Then for once you have something can be between 16 and 28 in size and bounded by availability zones. As you create subnets, you must associate them with main VPC routes. Yeah, by default, the routes table will contain the local IPv4 and IPv6. Right. Um, Control traffic leaving the subject. So each subnet has VPC router, and there is no single device for a VPC. The VPC software takes care of the routing for you. You can add more specific routes to provide traffic filtering. So let me clip this. Like I'm racing against time. So VPC gives you full control. Then let me clip this. Next, so you can add your and use both IPv5 and IPv6. Copy. So I think that I'm gonna have to like go for tonight. Man, it's been fun actually because I was getting into this one and I'm like into this one already. But yeah, I'll be back again. I'm thinking of like streaming, during the day. Maybe I should not like wait till it's night because I'm also like trying to like I'm testing out vertical streaming for shorts. That way I can reach like more people. Yes, I'm gonna see us tomorrow. I'm gonna drop a link before I come on. I'm sorry to leave us like this, but I have to like go. My laptop's gonna die in like a couple of minutes. I don't want it to die because the stream is not gonna end. Yes, so thank you very much. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so. On X, and I'm on TikTok, and I'm on LinkedIn as well. So you guys can easily like reach out to me. And if you have resources for me, please do well to reach out to me and share with me.